Till sist här nu så kommer jag läsa upp ett brev som jag har fått från Annebelle Gyllenspetz som är teolog och lärare för den judiska församlingen. Och hon tackade så mycket för att hon blev inbjuden men hade förhindrat att komma idag. Men hon har skrivit det här meddelandet på engelska. So I'm going to read this in English because there was one guest who could not participate. Her name is Annebelle Gyllenspetz, who is a teacher and a theologian for the Jewish community here in Gothenburg. She is very sorry that she could not participate today, but she wanted to share some experience she had when she participated the Peace Symposium in UK for a couple of months ago. So I'm going to read her letter here. She said, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum. As a leader of the Western Sweden branch of the Council of Christian and Jews for the past 18 years, I've taken part in many conventions and tours of religious interest in different countries. So the invitation to come to the 2024 Ahmadiyya Peace Conference in London was an offer I couldn't refuse. However, I had no idea how deeply I would be affected by it. I had the privilege to hear His Holiness, the Caliph, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, deliver a speech on the state of the world, wars, conflicts, and what needs to be done in order for there to be peace among the nations and the end to the senseless aggressions between people. He warned us that if nothing is done urgently, we may well have a third world war lurking in the shadows. He referred to several verses in the Holy Quran where Allah speaks clearly about how to end wars and make peace between nations, and that Muslim nations and other non-Muslim nations should adopt these principles. If so, there would be less damage done if there is a conflict or a war. His Holiness also addressed the fact that the UN is becoming more and more toothless due to nations being able to use their veto power. I was ignorant of how hard the caliphs of Ahmadiyya have been working for decades on spreading the message of peace and the true essence of Islam. But it warmed my heart to see this, because I have never believed that Islam should be represented by the murderous packs of terrorists that create havoc and fear around the world. In all, His Holiness' speech left me in tears. I was moved because of how he spoke up and addressed the issue of the so needed work for peace with such clarity and audacity. It gave me a renewed energy and strength to continue my work with interfaith dialogue, teaching, and writing. I am very proud to have been honored to meet with His Holiness and to have been bestowed a deeper understanding of Islam and the heart and soul of the Ahmadiyya community. Upon meeting with His Holiness, he made it clear to me that in my work with interfaith dialogue, we should make more room for meeting between Jews and Muslims. That is now the challenge. With much appreciation and humble gratitude to the Ahmadiyya community in Sweden for the invitation to Jalsa Salana, I wish Godspeed to all of you. Shalom. That is it.